In the last video, I said Maria is not going to impact the US coast in any major way. It's not going to impact the US coast in any major way like Harvey and Irma. I said it's just going to be like Jose, just bring a little wind and rain and the big waves, but that's it. No devastating impacts. And as of right now, it's looking like it's going to carry out that way. Just minor wind and rain impacts, but Maria's still going to bring some huge waves. Maria right now is a 105-mile-per-hour hurricane. In the last video, I said Maria is going to slowly weaken, and Maria is just doing that. Maria is going to continue to slowly weaken as it gets into colder and colder waters. But momentarily, Maria is looking great on all the satellite imagery. Near Maria's eye, the eye wall, Maria is popping up some beautiful, nice and powerful convection. Maria doesn't have a clear-cut eye like it did in the last video, but still just watching that eye in satellite imagery, oh, it's beautiful. Now I could say this because it's not impacting land. If not, it would be scary. But right now, it's absolutely beautiful to look at. Maria as a whole is a pretty big hurricane. Maria has some beautiful outflow on every single side of it, and it looks like it could keep this strength forever. But Maria is now almost reaching the cooler waters that Jose left, and when Maria hits those waters, Maria is gonna finally weaken. We finally know how Maria is gonna track. Maria is gonna track northward for the next few days, but when it comes around Wednesday night, Thursday morning, Maria is gonna start to head almost dead west. Then the jet stream is gonna pick up Maria and throw Maria westward like this. This is gonna bring any rain and wind to the Outer Banks of the Carolinas. Those weather events are gonna be limited because Maria is gonna be carried off to the east very fast. Since the last video, the chances have increased of a North Carolina landfall, but in the past 12 hours, the chances have been decreasing. All the spaghetti models shifted east, putting North Carolina nowhere near the path of Maria. And if you take a look at the European models, I would say 80% of them don't have Maria making landfall at all. This is great news for the Carolinas. If Maria were to make landfall though, Maria would just be a Category 1 hurricane or a high-end tropical storm. Nowhere near the level of Irma or the level of where Maria once was. But for right now, South Carolina and North Carolina may experience some moderate levels of storm surge from Maria. Maria is a huge storm, so that means Maria is gonna pack some big waves. So if you live in the Outer Banks of North Carolina, you are for sure gonna experience some strong storm surge. But other than that storm surge, if Maria doesn't make landfall, you could just expect some heavy rain and some low-end tropical storm winds and maybe hurricane gusts at times. But that would be it. Little damage, little cleanup. And then we would be done with Maria. In my next video, we're gonna have a for sure 100% answer whether or not Maria is gonna make landfall in the North Carolinas. Right now, I would give it around a 5% chance, which is pretty good. Maria is most likely gonna go out to sea and not bring any really major devastating impacts to the Carolinas. One last thing, the National Hurricane Center is putting the odds at around 70% of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, of sustained tropical storm winds. But yet again, we're gonna know for sure the impacts to the Carolinas in the next video. But Maria isn't the only hurricane in the Atlantic. There's another one. You must be thinking, wait, how is there another one? Didn't Jose die? And there's no way a tropical wave came off Africa and formed like this. Well, you're right. Jose is completely dead right now, and there's probably not going to be a tropical wave forming off Africa in the next upcoming week. So you know what hurricane formed? Hurricane Lee. Yes, Hurricane Lee is a zombie hurricane. Lee died about a week ago and was not looking great for like 5 days. But Lee quickly reformed again and is now a Category 1 hurricane. But if you look at Lee, Lee is very small. Lee's so small you could fit 10 Lees inside one Maria. Lee's really small. Lee's not going to impact any land, so you don't have to worry about it. But Lee's looking pretty great too. It's got a well-defined eye and some beautiful outflow too. But man, Hurricane Lee is really small compared to Maria. Really small. Lee might become a major hurricane. I'm expecting Lee to become a major hurricane. Lee is just out in the open Atlantic. Nothing really pushing or pulling on Lee to move anywhere. Little to no shear and some pretty moderate Atlantic Ocean temperatures. So Lee should become a major hurricane pretty soon. But Lee's not going to affect any land, so we don't have to worry about it. The one for sure impact from Maria is going to be high waves, and with high waves comes some moderate risk for storm surge. If you live in the Outer Banks of North Carolinas, Maria is going to bring some pretty moderate storm surge. Don't underestimate it, even though it's not going to make a direct landfall. We still don't know the exact impacts for North Carolina. If it makes a landfall or it's 100 miles off the coast, that makes a huge impact on impacts. Stay informed by hitting that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.